We plunge headfirst into all the details, and today we're going to be tackling deep learning, and it's an incredible journey from just a tech industry buzzword to, well, this force that's shaping our everyday lives.
Yeah, and we're diving deep with Edie Gibson's insightful article, Tracing the Arc, the evolution of deep learning in practical applications, which really does, it brings to life how this technology is revolutionizing so many different industries.
Totally. You know how you sometimes you hear about a new technology and it just feels like it's like years away still. Well, deep learning is already here. It's quietly working like behind the scenes, and our goal today is to pull back the curtain, reveal the hidden gears, and really give you those aha moments of recognizing just how impactful this tech really is.
It is fascinating how, like, a concept that originated all the way back in the 1980s has suddenly become, well, I mean, it's become so ubiquitous.
Right. Like it's like a tech seed that was planted decades ago, and finally everything's just right, and it's bloomed. What changed?
Well, I think two key things, really: more powerful computers and just this explosion of data. Deep learning algorithms, they crave data.
Yeah.
The more the better, right? And
Yeah.
back in the 80s, we didn't have the computational power or readily available data to really like unlock their potential. But then fast forward to the 2010s and the landscape totally transformed.
And that's when things really took off, right? And one event that really stands out is that 2012 ImageNet competition. It's almost legendary in deep learning circles. What made it so significant?
So ImageNet 2012 was a watershed moment.
Hmm.
This deep learning model called AlexNet, using something called convolutional neural networks, or CNNs for short. It blew the competition out of the water in image recognition.
Yeah, I remember reading about it. It wasn't just like a small victory though, right? It was a decisive win that made everyone kind of sit up and take notice.
Exactly. Yeah, it was like AlexNet just flipped a switch, and suddenly everyone's looking at the potential of deep learning in a whole new light. People began to grasp how this technology could be used to solve like real world problems, not just, theoretical ones.
Yeah.
And this success, I mean, it quickly went beyond just, recognizing images in a photo. It had huge implications for how we interact with technology like every day.
It really is amazing to think that something as simple as, asking Siri a question or telling Alexa to play music is powered by these complex algorithms.
It's a great example. I mean, those interactions, they feel, natural and seamless because of deep learning algorithms just crunching away behind the scenes. They analyze the sounds of your voice, they interpret your intent, and they respond in a way that, well, that simulates human-like conversation.
It's a bit like magic. And speaking of futuristic technology, let's talk self-driving cars. It feels like every other week there's a new breakthrough in autonomous vehicle technology.
Yeah, it's certainly an area with incredible potential, and one where deep learning is really playing this central role. Companies like Tesla and Waymo, I mean, they're pushing the boundaries of what's possible by, essentially teaching cars to see and navigate the world around them.
And it's not like science fiction anymore, right? They're on the roads today. How do they actually work? Is it just cameras?
It's more than just cameras. These vehicles are equipped with a sophisticated array of sensors: cameras, radar, lidar, and they gather information about their surroundings, and deep learning algorithms then process this data in real time.
Yeah.
They're identifying obstacles, interpreting traffic signals, and making split-second decisions to ensure this safe and smooth ride.
So it's like giving these cars a superpowered version of our senses, allowing them to process information much faster than we ever could. But but it's not just about, replacing humans at the wheel, is it? What's the ultimate aim?
You're right. It's not simply about replacing human drivers. The bigger picture is about creating a safer and more efficient transportation system. Imagine a future with fewer accidents, caused by human error, reduced traffic congestion, and improved fuel efficiency.
It's an incredible goal, and deep learning seems to be like the key to unlocking it. But let's switch gears a bit and talk about an area where deep learning is already having a really profound impact. Healthcare. I find this application really fascinating.
Oh, absolutely. Healthcare is an area that's ripe for disruption, and deep learning is really at the forefront of this revolution. I mean, we're seeing incredible advancements in disease diagnosis, treatment personalization, drug discovery, all thanks to the power of these deep learning algorithms.
One example that really blew my mind was the work Google's DeepMind is doing with eye disease diagnosis. It sounds straight out of science fiction.
Yeah. DeepMind has actually developed this AI system that analyzes 3D retinal scans to detect over 50 different eye diseases, and often with an accuracy that, that rivals experienced ophthalmologists. What's remarkable is that it can actually identify really subtle patterns in the scans that might be missed by the human eye. And this could potentially lead to like earlier diagnosis and treatment.
That's incredible. To think that we're living in a time where AI can potentially detect diseases earlier and more accurately than humans is, it's mind-boggling. This isn't just about like improving healthcare, it's about potentially saving lives.
Absolutely. And it highlights this crucial point. We're not talking about, replacing doctors and nurses. We're talking about augmenting their expertise.
Yeah.
Deep learning provides healthcare professionals with another set of eyes, another tool to help them make more informed decisions.
It's all about improving patient outcomes, which is what really matters at the end of the day. But before we move on, there's another area I'm eager to dive into: natural language processing. This is where deep learning starts to feel really personal, almost like it's reading our minds.
It's true. Natural language processing, or NLP, is all about teaching machines to understand and process human language. And we're seeing just incredible breakthroughs in this field.
It really is everywhere, isn't it? From those chatbots that answer our questions online to the predictive text features on our phones, it feels like NLP is becoming increasingly integrated into our daily lives.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Technologies like GPT and BERT they've revolutionized how we interact with machines. They go beyond like, simple keyword recognition. They're understanding the nuances, the context, and even the sentiment behind our words.
So it's not just about like understanding what we're saying, but also like what we mean.
Precisely. And this has led to the development of chatbots that can handle like really complex customer service inquiries, language translation tools that really capture the subtleties of different languages,
Yeah.
and even AI-powered writing assistants that can help us, craft more compelling content.
It's like we're on the verge of breaking down the communication barrier between humans and machines. Okay. Ready to explore how deep learning is curating our entertainment choices.
Let's do it. This is where deep learning gets a little more fun and personalized. Ever wonder how Netflix seems to know exactly what you want to watch next?
Guilty as charged. My watch list is a testament to the power of their recommendations.
That's the beauty of deep learning. Platforms like Netflix, Spotify, and countless others, they use vast amounts of data. Your viewing history, your listening habits, even your ratings and reviews. And they use all that to create this unique profile of your preferences.
It's like having a personal entertainment assistant who knows your taste better than you do. But beyond just keeping us entertained, aren't there like business implications here too?
Absolutely. These personalized recommendations, they lead to higher user engagement. People are more likely to stay subscribed and continue using a platform when they feel, understood and catered to.
Makes sense. I know I'm more likely to discover my next favorite show if the recommendations are actually tailored to my tastes. But let's not forget about the impact deep learning is having on a completely different sector, finance. And this one's definitely not just about entertainment.
You're right. In the high-stakes world of finance, where even milliseconds can make a difference, deep learning it's changing the game.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about algorithmic trading and fraud detection. Can you break down what that actually means?
So in the past, human traders would analyze market data to make buy and sell decisions, but now we have AI systems doing that analysis at lightning speed. They're identifying patterns and trends that might be invisible to the human eye, and they can execute trades with incredible precision, potentially leading to significant profits.
That sounds incredibly complex and a little risky, to be honest. Is it all automated now?
It's not entirely automated, but the role of AI in finance is growing rapidly.
Hmm.
And it's not just about, making money, it's also about protecting it.
That's where fraud detection comes in.
Exactly. Deep learning is being used to combat financial crime by identifying suspicious transactions, like in real time. For example, if your credit card is suddenly being used to make a large purchase in a different country, deep learning algorithms can flag that as potentially fraudulent activity.
So it's like having an army of digital detectives constantly monitoring transactions for anything out of the ordinary. Pretty impressive. And a little unsettling knowing that AI is analyzing our spending habits.
It's a powerful technology with the potential for both good and bad, which brings us to some important questions
Yeah.
about about the future of deep learning.
Questions we'll dive into in part 2. Don't go anywhere because
Okay.
things are about to get even more interesting. Okay, so we've established that deep learning is like already woven into the fabric of our lives, often in ways that we don't even realize. But as we venture deeper into this territory, it's essential to consider the potential consequences, right? Of handing over so much control to algorithms.
Absolutely. It's like we've given the keys to this powerful engine, but we're still figuring out, the best roads to travel and how to avoid the potential hazards along the way.
Yeah, it makes you think about that saying, with great power comes great responsibility. And in this case, we're talking about the responsibility of shaping how this technology is developed and deployed.
Exactly. Exactly. One of the biggest challenges we face is ensuring that deep learning is used for good.
Hmm.
That it benefits all of humanity, not just a select few.
Right, right. And that makes me think about the potential for job displacement. It's a topic that often comes up when we talk about AI and automation.
It's a valid concern. Deep learning does have the potential to automate tasks that were once thought to require human intelligence.
Mm.
And this could lead to, significant changes in the workforce.
So are robots coming for our jobs? Is that what we're saying?
It's not as simple as robots replacing humans, right?
Yeah.
It's more nuanced to that.
Yeah.
What we're likely to see is a shift in the types of jobs that are available and the skills that are in demand.
So instead of like fearing robots taking over, we should be focusing on adapting and evolving alongside these advancements.
Precisely. Just as the agricultural revolution transformed how we produce food, and the industrial revolution redefined manufacturing, we're now entering an era where AI will reshape the way we work.
And a big part of that is education, right? Like equipping people with the skills they need to thrive in this new landscape.
Absolutely. We need to focus on fostering skills like critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and emotional intelligence skills that are uniquely human and difficult for AI to replicate.
So it's not about like humans versus machines, but rather like humans and machines working together, each playing to their strengths.
Exactly. Imagine a future where AI takes over those mundane and repetitive tasks, freeing up humans to focus on more creative, strategic, and fulfilling work.
That sounds a lot more appealing than a robot uprising. But how do we ensure that these advancements benefit everyone, not just a select few?
That's where things get a little more complex. We need to ensure that the benefits of deep learning are distributed equitably, not just concentrated in the hands of a few powerful corporations or individuals.
It's like we need to write a new social contract
Right.
for the age of AI, one that guarantees fairness, access, and opportunity for everyone.
I love that analogy, because ultimately the future of deep learning isn't just a technological question. It's a social, ethical, and political
Right.
one. It's about deciding what kind of world we want to create with this powerful tool.
And that requires a collective effort, right? It's not something that can be solved by technologists alone.
Absolutely. We need policymakers, ethicists, social scientists, business leaders, everyone to come together and have these critical conversations. We need to ask ourselves these tough questions about the values we want to embed in these systems, the potential risks we need to mitigate, and the future we're striving to build.
It feels like we're standing at a crossroads with a multitude of paths ahead of us. It's a bit daunting, to be honest.
It's true. There's no roadmap for navigating this uncharted territory, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I believe that by embracing a spirit of collaboration, transparency, and a genuine commitment to the greater good, we can harness the power of deep learning to create a more prosperous and equitable future for all.
It really is both exciting and a little unnerving, isn't it? This idea that we're really on the cusp of such profound technological change.
Oh, it's definitely a time of unprecedented innovation, and deep learning is like right at the heart of it. Think about it. Just a few decades ago, this idea of machines that could, learn and solve problems like humans, it seemed like pure science fiction.
And now we're talking about AI systems that can like diagnose diseases, drive cars, and even write poetry. It's incredible to think how far we've come. But it also begs the question, where do we go from here? What does the future hold for deep learning?
But one thing's for sure, deep learning, it isn't just a passing fad. It's a transformative technology that's here to stay.
Yeah.
And its influence is only going to grow in the coming years.
So we're not going to wake up one morning and find out that deep learning was just a hype bubble.
Not at all. In fact, I think we've only just scratched the surface of what's possible as computational power continues to increase and our understanding of these deep learning algorithms like deepens. We can expect to see even more remarkable breakthroughs in the years to come.
So what are some of the areas where we might see the biggest advancements? Like what's next for deep learning?
One area that holds like immense promise is personalized medicine. Imagine a world where treatments are tailored to your unique genetic makeup and lifestyle. Deep learning could help make that a reality by analyzing these vast amounts of data, from your medical records, your genetic profile, even your wearable fitness trackers.
Wow. That would be incredible. It's like having a doctor who knows you inside and out, designing a treatment plan specifically for you.
Exactly. And not just in healthcare. Imagine the possibilities in education, for example. Deep learning could be used to create like personalized learning plans for each student, tailoring the curriculum and pacing to their individual needs and learning styles.
That would be a game changer for students who don't thrive in that traditional like one size fits all classroom environment.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about climate change. Deep learning can play this crucial role in tackling this global challenge by analyzing, climate data, optimizing renewable energy grids, even developing new materials for carbon capture.
So there's a potential for deep learning to not only like improve our lives on an individual level, but also to address some of the biggest problems, facing humanity as a whole.
Precisely. And that's what makes this technology so incredibly exciting and potentially transformative. But it's also a reminder that with great power comes great responsibility.
It all comes back to that, doesn't it? We can't just focus on the what of deep learning, the amazing things it can do. We also have to grapple with the how we ensure that this technology is used ethically, responsibly, and for the benefit of all.
You're absolutely right. It's a conversation that requires input from everyone. Technologists, policymakers, ethicists, the public. I mean, because the choices we make today will shape the world we light in tomorrow.
Well said. As we wrap up our deep dive into the world of deep learning, I think that the key takeaway is this: we're not just passive observers in this technological revolution, right? We're active participants. We have the power to shape how this technology evolves and to ensure that it's used to create a future that we can all be proud of.
I completely agree, and who knows, maybe one of our listeners today will be the one to develop the next groundbreaking deep learning algorithm, or to find a new way to use this technology to make the world a better place.
That's a thought to leave you with. And on that note, we'll wrap up this episode of The Deep Dive. We hope you enjoyed exploring the fascinating world of deep learning with us. Until next time, keep asking questions, stay curious, and keep diving deep.